Do you want to get a quick view of the raw or aggregated data that have been entered by dataset? In this video, you will learn how to use the Dataset Report within the Reports app to view your raw and aggregated data easily by dataset. First, what is a dataset report? A dataset report is a printer-friendly view of the data values in a specific dataset. The data can be viewed as either raw data, in other words, data from a single dataset for a single organization unit and period, which is the way the data values have actually been entered, or aggregated data, where you select a period or organization unit that requires the data to be aggregated. For example, if you have a daily dataset entered at facility level, you can view the data aggregated for an entire month and the entire district using the Dataset Report tool. So let's take a look at how to create a dataset report. To get started, open the Reports app from the application menu. Once opened, you'll be presented with a menu listing the different reports available. Click on Dataset Reports to open the Criteria window. To create a report, you'll need to select your dataset dimensions. These dimensions can be selected in any order. In this example, let's start by selecting the organization unit you want the report for. This can be at any level in the hierarchy, as the data will be aggregated up to this level automatically. You can also aggregate data for predefined groups of organization units. So, if you select the food region, you will see any of the aggregated data that has been entered in any organization unit in the food region. The next dimension we'll select is the dataset. Click on the Select Dataset drop-down menu and choose the dataset you would like to view the data for. Let's select the RMN-CAH dataset. Finally, let's select the actual period you want the data for. This can be aggregated periods, as well as the original periods for which the data were reported. For example, on a dataset that is collected monthly, you can generate a report from monthly values or a reporting period equal to or greater than monthly, such as quarterly or annual reports. However, you cannot select a period that is less than monthly, as you can't produce a report for less than the original reporting period. For the period type, select Quarterly from the drop-down menu. Once you've selected the report period type, you'll then need to select the specific year and time period for the data you want to see in your report. The final option you can tick is the Use Data for Selected Unit Only field. Use this option if you want a report for an organization unit that has children, but only want the data collected directly for this unit and not the data collected by its children. After selecting your inputs, click on Get Report. The report will display below the criteria window, and a green box with the message Successfully Loaded the Table will appear when the report is ready. We can see that the report output appears in the same order as the dataset is configured, which makes it easier to navigate. Data for data elements with disaggregations are displayed separately by multiple disaggregations, totals for each disaggregation, as well as overall totals. If you would like to download the data to use outside of DHIS2, you can export the dataset report in Excel and PDF formats. In summary, you can create a dataset report to check the data that have been entered by dataset. To use this tool, go to the Reports app and select Dataset Report. Select the report organization unit, dataset, and period to generate a report. Once loaded, you'll be able to see the total values of the data displayed by data element and download the report for future use outside of DHIS2.